August 9th, 2024 Flight 2283 of Brazil's local airline voepass linhas was seen falling from the sky in a horrific manner in different videos. This plane, named Arkansas 72500, was a Brazilian passenger aircraft which was going from Cascavel to Sao Paulo. But just a few minutes before landing, it became a victim of an accident in which 57 passengers and 4 crew members lost their lives. This was not only the first dangerous crash in Brazil after 2011, but it is also considered fatal in Brazil's aviation history. In the video, it can be seen that the plane is falling from the sky like a cut kite while doing free fall. After the release of the video, a wave of fear has run among those associated with the aviation industry, because no matter which aircraft it is, it can never come down in free fall. The plane always comes down by gliding. So then what was the reason? An investigation has been launched by the authorities in this regard, but what happened a few minutes before the crash, which may be the reason for this accident? Once again, Cushimdid Nazarene in the videos of ZTV, voepass linhas is a local airline of Brazil, which covers most of the domestic destinations. They have 8 Arkansas 72500 aircraft, one of which crashed on August 9th. 2 turboprop engines are found in a 72, and the number 72 in its name indicates its seating capacity. It was built in France and Italy by aircraft manufacturer ATR, while Airbus also has a 50% share in this company, which shares its technology with ATR. The Arkansas 72500 of Flight 2283 was 14 years old, which was bought by voepass linhas from Indonesia's Pata Air Service in 2022. As I told earlier, this airline mostly operates only on local destinations. According to the flight data record, on August 9th, 2024 at 9:06 a.m., it landed in Sao Paulo. It took off from Cascavel, and its destination was 700 kilometers west to Cascavel. Its trip went perfectly fine. It landed safely in Cascavel at 11:01 in the morning after 2 hours and 11 minutes. The flight was already late, as per its scheduled time, and it had to go back to Sao Paulo after loading passengers from Cascavel. That is why after unloading, the cleaning work was done quickly, and exactly after 41 minutes, it took off from Cascavel to go back to Sao Paulo. There were a total of 57 passengers and 4 crew members, including the pilot in the plane. 61-year-old Ambit Decompose was the flight captain. 35-year-old Danilo Santos was the first officer, and 2 female cab crew were also present. What happened from takeoff to crash? What was visible on the radar screen? You can see all this too. At 11:58 a.m. local time, Flight 2283 took a left turn as soon as it took off from Cascavel, and at 177,000 Flight 2283 started maintaining an altitude of 177,000 feet, which is also called cruising altitude. At 12:02, after 23 minutes from takeoff, an altitude of 177,000 feet was maintained. If one goes straight from Cascavel to Sao Paulo, there is a huge mountain range in between. To avoid this, all planes either go over the Pacific Ocean in the east or pass over the plain land in the west. Flight 2283 also took a slight left turn to bypass this mountain range and then started going straight towards Sao Paulo. According to the radar, the first 1.5 hour passed in a completely normal manner, in which the altitude of the plane was around 177,000 feet, and the ground speed was 460 kilometers per hour. At 1:07 minutes, Flight 2283 took a sharp left turn and changed its direction towards Campinas City, from where it had to make an approach and land at Sao Paulo Airport. At 1:02 minutes, when it was present above the population in the south of Campinas, when its ground speed decreased for the first time. It was earlier moving at a speed of 460 kilometers per hour, but suddenly its speed dropped to 159 kilometers per hour. The reason for this is not known yet, but in the very next minute, at 1:02 minutes and 2 seconds, the pilot maintained his ground speed back to 400 kilometers per hour. Till this time, the pilot did not give any kind of information to ATC. This was the point from where the direction of the plane was to be made towards Sao Paulo Airport, and we can also see in the radar that the pilot started to make a right turn of the plane, but after just 13 seconds, at 1:02 and 15 seconds, when he was turning, suddenly the ground speed decreased first, and along with it the vertical speed, that is, the speed at which the plane goes up or down, started decreasing. It was seen in the radar that the plane flying at 13,000 feet started coming down at a speed of 13,000 feet, and that too at a speed of 159 kilometers per hour. It kept rotating, and during this its ground speed, i.e. forward speed, reduced from 400 to 100 kilometers per hour. This entire process took only 1 minute and 14 seconds, i.e. in such a short time, the plane fell straight on the ground from 177,000 feet. During this, the plane was coming down at a speed of 180 feet per second, and the pilot probably did not have enough time to alert the ATC about his situation. There is a distance of only 1.3 kilometers between the place where the vertical speed of the flight started reducing and the place where it crashed. What was the real reason behind this sudden fall will be known only after investigation, but according to the information available till now. According to this, in the area where the crash happened, information about the formation of ice at an altitude of 12,000 to 21,000 feet was given to all the pilots, which is also called segmental at meteorology information. If ice starts forming on the wings of the aircraft, then it is a matter of great danger, because due to ice, the aerodrome of the aircraft changes, and the air which gives it lift, that lift now reduces. Another problem due to the formation of ice is that the wings, doors, ailerons, and elevators, which are the moving parts of the aircraft, get stuck between them and they cannot move. That is, despite the input given by the pilot, the aircraft will not be able to turn right or left. To avoid this, modern aircrafts often have an automatic heating system, which does not allow ice to form on important parts. There are some aircrafts on which a special chemical is sprayed before the flight, due to which ice does not form. Different types of de-icing systems are installed in ATR 72500. There are pneumatic de-icing boots fitted on the wings, which keep removing snow from the WACF. Similarly, de-icing systems are also installed in its propellers, windshield, and engine, and despite all this, if there is a forecast of snow in advance, then the pilot tries to avoid that altitude or that place where there is a possibility of snow formation. The black box of Flight Latu 83 has been recovered after the crash, and it is expected that the real reason of this crash will be revealed in the coming months, but for now it remains a mystery as to how the plane went straight down from 177,000 feet. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and show your love.